Hi Jackie, how are you?
Good.
How's your little one? 3 months old now?
Yes, 3 months old now.
Awesome. So have you haven't had any checks yet? Abdominal separation or anything?
I don't know.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to do that all in our session today and work on some switch-ons and activation cues that are really important for before you get back into exercise, so you can do them all properly and not cause any more damage. So if I could get you to lie down, please. Just feet, knees bent up, please. Feet flat on the floor. Awesome, nice relax through the upper body. So, do you not sure about anything about ab separation? Okay, so I'll just quickly explain a little bit about it. So you have 4 layers of abdominal muscles. You have the rectus abdominis down the front, the external obliques, and the internal obliques. You have the transverse abdominis, and they run all the way from the back around to the front. So they're abbreviated to the TVAs, and we're going to talk about them a little bit more soon. When your baby grows, your abdominals stretch and stretch and stretch, and sometimes your rectus gets to a point where it can't stretch anymore. So you have the lineus albus, and it's connective tissue that runs down the middle, and that's where the separation may occur. So is it okay if I touch you? And just do a little bit of hands-on? We can check your ab separation here. Just going to roll that up. So using my fingers, we're going down the lineus albus. So if I can just get you to lift your head up, please. Just a little curl. Awesome. Just checking in 3 different spots. We're looking for depth and width. So I can feel nothing down the bottom. It's nice. About a 2 centimeter one here. And it's still a 2 centimeter at the top. Also, you can relax down there. Now we're just gonna, do you know much about the pelvic floor? No. So the pelvic floor is an internal muscle, and it's basically a sling of muscles that run from the pubic bone all the way to the tailbone, and they hold all your organs in. And so during pregnancy, you've got a little seed to start, and then as it grows, you're getting more and more pressure putting down on the sling. So sometimes it can just get really strained and becomes a bit weaker. So what I want you to remember when we do these activations of your pelvic floor is to only go to 5%. So we're not going full Monty and really squeezing hard. I want you to only just be able to feel it. And I'll give you a couple of cues to think about that might help. Some resonate more than others. So if you can just take your hands onto your shoulders, just so I can get a little bit closer. I'm just going to pop my fingers onto your obliques here and my thumbs onto your TVAs, just so I can feel them. So we want your obliques to stay nice and relaxed, and your TVAs, they may or may not switch on. Sometimes they do naturally, but we'll get to that in the next step. So let's take a natural breath in and exhale, slowly pulling up your pelvic floor, thinking of a flower closing, drawing up. And relaxing, breathing naturally. Perfect. Let's do one more. Take a natural breath in and exhale, slowly pulling up, elevator lifting all the way up. Nice, obliques relaxed, TVAs. Perfect, and I'll just relax it there. So speaking of the TVAs, how did that feel?
Fine.
Yeah, you could feel a little contraction?
A little one.
Yeah, perfect. So speaking of TVAs, that's the one that wraps from the back all the way to the front. And it's basically a corset that holds everything in nice and tight. What can happen is we overwork our rectus and our obliques, and our TVAs don't switch on as much. So we want to reverse that a little bit, and we want the pelvic floor and TVAs to really switch on. It's going to help everything stay in nice and control, down low. And we want these obliques to stay nice and relaxed. Cool. So think about your hip bones drawing together, or elevator doors closing for this one, with those muscles under my thumbs. So same breath cues, natural breath in and exhale, drawing up the pelvic floor, thinking of those cues, switching on your TVA, pulling there, that's perfect, and relaxing. So let's go one more time, natural breath in, exhale, pulling up pelvic floor, closing TVA together, closing the elevator doors. Awesome, and relaxing there. How did you find that one?
Yeah, fine.
Awesome. So again, you're only working to 5% for both pelvic floor and TVAs. That was really good. So now let's recheck your abdominal separation, but adding in those pre-activation cues before. So keep your arms where they are, just so I can keep a feel here. So let's take that natural breath in and exhale, pulling on pelvic floor, pulling up, drawing up slowly, like sucking up a tampon. TVA was wrapping on, pulling skin away from undies, and then just gently curl your head up. I can have a little feel here. Awesome. And relax it back down. Cool. We'll do that one more time just to make sure I did feel that difference. So when you're ready, natural breath in and exhale, pulling up pelvic floor, switching on TVA, closing the elevator. Awesome. Lift the head, just a gentle curl, that's it. And yeah, definitely feel a difference there. Awesome. Relax it back down. Well done. How did that one feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Awesome. You can take a sit up now. Just wanted to have a quick chat to you about Women's Health Physio. Have you heard of them before?
Not really.
Not really. So they are basically a physio that specialises in women's health, particularly pelvic floor. So what they can do is an internal examination. They're like getting the eyes on the inside. So they know how to differentiate between having an overactive pelvic floor and underactive, so a weak one. So it's quite an important thing to do, particularly before you start getting into a lot of high intensity exercise, running, that type of thing. They can also do an ultrasound, which you can see your muscles contracting or not, so it's a really good visual aid if that's an easier way for you to kind of learn that as well. So if you would be interested, I can refer you to one locally.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Daphne. Well done.